Hi, I'm Sally Quinn. Welcome to the God Vote with Jacques Berlinerblau. Today our guest is Imam Faisal Rauf, who is chairman of the Cordoba Initiative. So Imam Faisal, with all of the media scrutiny of the revolutions in the Arab world that have been going on, this summer's controversy over the Park 51 community or the mosque at Ground Zero, or whatever you want to call it, seemed to have fallen out of the headlines. And so I was interested if you could give us a quick update of what was going on with Park 51 and also to tell me a little bit about what you've been up to in the last few months.
The dream is still alive. We stood for religious freedom. We stood for religious partnerships between Muslims and non-Muslims in America and the importance of building those relationships. And the desire to establish a Cordoba House Community Center to seed a sense of community across faith communities is very much alive. And you will be hearing within the next few months some important news.
You don't want to share that with us today?
We're still in the kitchen working on it.
Shortly after the controversy, you went on Larry King and you said that if you had known that this would happen, there would be this kind of reaction and that would cause this kind of pain, that you wouldn't have done it. Do you still feel that way?
Naturally. I mean, the last thing a person whose purpose is for compassion and mercy is to do something which is viewed and experienced as being uncompassionate. The need for the center is there.
Right.
What would have changed is how we would have done it, the partners that we would have gone, the preparation for it, or perhaps look at a different location. There are those who we know, are against you no matter what, are against Muslims no matter what.
But there were some moderate critical voices there. Is there a criticism that you look back on and you say to yourself, that was a reasonable criticism? I can agree with that one.
There was no logically correct or politically correct or defensible opposition to us. The only opposition that they kept repeating was that we were insensitive to the feelings of 9/11 families. So the only thing I would have done differently would be to have prepared more the 9/11 families and community members.
Turning to current events, a very interesting quote you make in March 2009, and I'll just read it, well before the present uprising. The Muslim approach to law and justice begins with religious language because secular movements have failed to deliver what Muslims want: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Now, surely there's no incompatibility between what Muslims want and American versions of the secular worldview.
The problem is with the way these terms are interpreted. In the Arab Muslim world, secularism is construed to mean anti-religiosity, which is a myth. And the core principles of the Sharia are like analogous to the core principles of the Constitution of America. They talk about certain principles. And the area where, as far as those principles are concerned, they're completely in sync with American principles.
Imam Faisal, do you think that there is any role for your brand of moderate Islam in the countries where there are political uprisings now in the Middle East?
Absolutely, and this is not so much my brand as I believe it is the authenticity of Islamic thought. We read in the Quran, there shall be no coercion of religion. You don't believe what I do, I don't believe what you believe, to your religion, to me mine. We've memorized these verses, we don't practice them. I'm hopeful that this revolution of moderation will grow, and that the youth who wants to see a better future will create a movement like that.
What exactly do you mean when you say Islamic State?
I mean by an Islamic State a state that delivers certain deliverables to its citizens, to its community, regardless of their faith tradition. Sovereignty is expressed through the will of the people and also through the protection of the laws of the Sharia.
What role do you think that the Muslim Brotherhood can, should, will play in Egypt?
Well, I would hope that the Muslim Brotherhood actually serves as a conduit to these ideas, to say that an Islamic State is really about an application of these principles and these deliverables, and that it becomes a voice for the promotion of these deliverables.
Imam Faisal Rauf, thank you so much for coming to the God Vote today.